Are Pam Bondi's days numbered? Donald Trump's Attorney General, is she on the chopping block to be fired? Donald Trump posted what appeared to be a text message that he was sending to Pam Bondi, but rather than text it to her, he posted it publicly, and he was yelling at her for not ensuring that New York Attorney General Letitia James, Senator Adam Schiff, and James Comey were criminally prosecuted. You see, the United States Attorney, the lead prosecutor for the Eastern District of Virginia, said that there was not enough evidence to prosecute Donald Trump's political enemies. Donald Trump then said, if you're not going to prosecute my political enemies, then you need to go. And his name was Eric Siebert, a longtime, well-respected prosecutor, a Republican too, out of the Eastern District of Virginia. He decided to just quit and said, I'm going to resign because what you're asking me to do is patently unlawful. So the top federal prosecutor for the Eastern District of Virginia quit. And then Saturday afternoon, kind of into the evening hours, Donald Trump sends this to Pam Bondi. I have reviewed, this is what Trump posted, and he goes, Pam, I have reviewed over 30 statements and posts saying that essentially same old story as last time, all talk, no action, nothing is being done. What about Comey, Adam Shifty Schiff, Letitia? They're all guilty as hell, but nothing is going to be done. Then we almost put in a Democrat-supported U.S. attorney in Virginia with a really bad Republican past, a woke rhino who was never going to do his job. That's why two of the worst Dem senators pushed, and that's in caps, him so hard. He even lied to the media and said he quit and that we had no case. No, I fired him, and there is a great case, and many lawyers and legal pundits say so. Lindsay Halligan is a really good lawyer and likes you a lot. We can't delay any longer. It's killing our reputation and credibility. They impeached me twice and indicted me 5 times over nothing. And he puts that in caps. Justice must be served now. President DJT. Then he posts again on social media. Justice must be served now. Now, this is utterly deranged and unlawful. You can't even make a comparison between this and Watergate because this is perhaps the most patently unlawful and criminal thing imaginable. You have Donald Trump, the president of the United States, though it pains me to say that, ordering in public his Attorney General Pam Bondi to criminally prosecute his political opponents, yelling at Pam Bondi for not making sure that the top federal prosecutor in Virginia, this Eric Siebert, prosecuted senators, New York Attorney General, and the former FBI Director Comey that Trump wanted prosecuted. And Trump then seems to threaten that he would replace Pam Bondi with Lindsay Halligan. Just a reminder, Lindsay Halligan was just like a reject lawyer in Florida, like a horrible lawyer with, from what I've heard, just in my opinion, a not so great reputation as an actual litigator and lawyer. But she joined Donald Trump's legal team back when Donald Trump was between being president and the first after he lost. And so Trump seems to say Lindsay Halligan is a really good lawyer. Is he saying Lindsay Halligan is telling him that he wants to replace Pam Bondi with Lindsay Halligan? Well, then Donald Trump, after seemingly suggesting that he's going to fire Pam Bondi, I think he then realizes, oh crap, she knows where the bodies are buried on the Epstein files, so I can't get rid of Pam Bondi right now. She's got the dirt on me because she knows about the Epstein cover-up. She said that she was going to release the Epstein files. She knows that Donald Trump's name appears all over those files. So she's inextricably involved in covering up Donald Trump's disgusting and dark past. So you can't just get rid of Bondi. So then Donald Trump's like, I don't know, maybe I'll make Lindsay Halligan the United States Attorney in Virginia. So let me appoint my personal attorney as the U.S. Attorney in Virginia so that Adam Schiff, Senator Schiff, New York Attorney General Letitia James, as well as James Comey can now be prosecuted by Lindsay Halligan. And again, this is criminal. We're seeing a crime in plain view. And honestly, middle finger to the United States Supreme Court for enabling this behavior by giving Donald Trump absolute immunity, because this conduct right here should send this vile piece of trash in the Oval Office to prison for the rest of his life. This is so un-American, and I'm not afraid to call him a vile piece of trash, because this right here, as a law professor, as a lawyer, as an American, as someone with common sense, says this right here is just pure trash. And it's so humiliating to be an American right now with this trash, weak, pathetic regime doing things like that. Sorry if I lost my temper a bit there, but honestly, F these guys, because these people just suck. They're horrible human beings. There's no other words for it. Just trash humans. He goes, Pam Bondi is doing a great job as Attorney General of the United States. She's very careful, very smart, loves our country, right? He's nervous about, oh shit, she's got the Epstein files, but needs a tough prosecutor in the Eastern District of Virginia, like my recommendation, Lindsay Halligan, to get things moving. What we don't need is a Democrat-endorsed Republican. I will be nominating Lindsay Halligan to be the United States Attorney in this very important part of our great country. She will be fair, smart, and will provide desperately needed justice for all. Now, folks, in the Eastern District of Virginia, it's one of the most important federal prosecutorial offices in the nation. So whereas the Southern District of New York focuses a lot on big financial crimes because it's the business capital of the world in New York, so SDNY, very powerful. Washington, D.C.'s federal prosecutor, obviously crimes within D.C., but in the Eastern District of Virginia, there's the largest office that deals with counterterrorism, that deals with money laundering, that deals with public integrity. A lot of those people live in Virginia. A lot of the conduct Virginia has jurisdiction over. So it's one of the most important offices with some of the top federal prosecutors. They are going to be absolutely livid that Siebert resigned and now Lindsay Halligan's going to be their boss for at least whatever that temporary period of time is while she remains an interim U.S. attorney, the same way Alina Habba has destroyed the New Jersey United States Attorney's Office. It's all Donald Trump reject former lawyers who are doing this. So as our editor-in-chief Ron Filipkowski says, he goes, so Trump gets the Department of Justice to drop an obvious bribery case against Tom Homan. You know, the incredible report from MSNBC, Carol Leonnig did a great job reporting, as well as other great reporters from MSNBC. And that Tom Homan accepted $50,000. It was caught on a recording saying that he would divert government contracts to Donald Trump if Trump got back in power. And he said that in September 2024. So Filipkowski, our editor-in-chief, goes, so Trump gets DOJ to drop an obvious bribery case against Tom Homan, then fires the U.S. attorney who found sufficient evidence to prosecute Letitia James, then threatens to fire Pam Bondi and replace her with the dunce, Lindsay Halligan, unless she immediately indicts his enemies. And that was the clear implication there. Now, just a reminder of who all these cast of characters are right here. This is Lindsay Halligan right here. And this is Lindsay Halligan. Her job right now, she's a special assistant to Donald Trump. And she says that she doesn't like that museums like the African American History Museum talks about slavery. Here's what she says. Here, play this clip.
But what I saw when I was going through the museums personally was an overemphasis on slavery. And I think there should be more of an overemphasis on how far we've come since slavery. Our country is a country of progress, and it's the greatest country in the world. And we should be able to take our kids, our students through the Smithsonian and feel proud when we leave. There's a lot of history to our country, both positive and negative, but we need to keep moving forward. We can't just keep focusing on the negative.
So that just goes to show you, who she is right there. Now, all of the MAGA influencers want Pam Bondi gone, like Cat Turd, who literally is an avatar of cat feces, big MAGA influencer, powerful in the Republican Party, right? They used to have Mitt Romneys and people like John McCain, and now they have cat turds. He goes, I don't know who disagrees with this statement. It's true. We have a little over 3 years left. She's not the one. We have to get a new AG. The Trump administration is moving fast. It's like a snowball rolling downhill, and she's being left behind. I'm at my limit. We need a new AG. Also, Laura Loomer, who's very influential in the regime, she calls Pam Bondi Blondie and says that she needs to go. And then we also heard Candace Owens, right-wing influencer, who had to say this. Play this clip.
Pam Bondi, who is a complete loser and a tool, is trying to use the assassination of Charlie Kirk to lay the groundwork for hate speech laws in America. The very thing that Charlie was fighting against. They all just got right to work trying to pass laws. Well, Charlie Kirk is such, now we got hate speech is something. Exactly what he's messaging me about that he doesn't want to happen. They're trying to use his death to justify.
So last night when Donald Trump was asked, are you criticizing Bondi? Here's what he said. Let's play it.
No, I just want people to act. They have to act. And we want to act fast. They were ruthless and vicious. I was impeached twice. I was indicted 5 times. It turned out to be a fake deal. And we have to act fast. One way or the other. One way or the other. They're guilty, they're not guilty, we have to act fast. If they're not guilty, that's fine. If they are guilty or if they should be charged, they should be charged. And we have to do it now.
Well, there you have it, folks. So we'll keep you posted every step of the way. But Donald Trump sending that publicly, again, even now if they want to prosecute Senator Schiff and prosecute New York Attorney General Letitia James and James Comey, they're going to show that message. This is the height of what's called vindictive prosecution, that Donald Trump, this is unprecedented. The President of the United States in public directly ordering the Attorney General to ensure a stooge, in this case now Lindsey Halligan, is put in place to prosecute his political enemies. And he just said it out loud. And again, honestly, the United States Supreme Court, piece of trash. I mean, what a reckless, malicious, despicable institution that has enabled this as well. And again, I don't care what political party you're from. This ain't it. This ain't it. And it's why you watching this need to get involved. You need to get involved. Watching this is great. But when this video ends, you got to share this with everybody you know. Share this with people who maybe aren't political, who don't think their vote matters, who are on the sidelines. You got to send this to them because they need to subscribe to the MeidasTouch Network, not because I want more subscribers, which would be great, but no one else is out there, I think, going through boom, 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 receipt, fact. Let's educate people on what's happening. Let's make people smarter, not stupider. Let's empower them with knowledge. Please share. Thank you. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to add the MeidasTouch podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts for new updates every single day.